Oh, but that takes longer, Angela. I know it takes longer, but what happens is you get more done because you're focused on just those two little eggs in your hand versus, oh my God, I can't trip or I'm going to ruin all my eggs. And then what am I going to do? I won't have any eggs. I won't be able to sell any eggs. I won't be able to blah, blah, blah with any eggs. I won't be able to bake. Ah, now what have you done? Now you've really taken a long time. What's the point of it anyway? Is to take your time. Rush to brush, baby, you know we waste the paint. So you take your time. This is how one gets through overwhelm, by taking bite-sized pieces. That's how you get through overwhelm. Bite-sized pieces. Because then the mouth is not so full that if you swallow wrong, oh, you're going to have a problem. And what is the point of it anyway? The point is to learn. What did you learn? How will you know what you learned if you do not apply it? You see, we learn and we apply. Do you see how cause and effect go together so beautifully? You learn, and then the only obvious thing to do is to apply. So that's the point of it anyway. Like, it is such a beautiful thing. You learn, and then you apply what you've just learned. You can't help yourself. It is natural. It is law. It flows so smoothly, so seamlessly, that we think there's nothing controlling it. Now, if that is not master design, I don't know what is. To have something so flawlessly beautiful that it can be so easily overlooked. You see, do you know what that tells you about who brought it into existence or what brought it into existence? It doesn't care about flash and pomp and ceremony. Well, how would you know? Because what's the first thing we say? When I tell you the principle of correspondence is as above, so below, as within, so without. You must reap what you have sown. You say, "Pff, that's nature. It's obvious that if you plant corn, you'll get corn." No, it is not obvious. It is by design. And you see, we say it is obvious because we take it for granted. We don't see the in it. So you see, that tells you what? It tells you the character of where it comes from. That it's not about flash and pomp and ceremony. And look, oh, look what I can do. Look what I can do. I can make something so beautiful that you don't even know it's there. No, there's a peace in it. There's a tranquility in it. There's a boldness in it. There's comfort in it. And it tells you the character of the quote unquote person. I'll say person because we are persons, and it makes it easier to grasp. Then you see the character of God. Oh, you didn't see that I planted corn? Well, I'm going to beat you with a stick. Wait, what? That's not the character at all. The character is you learn, you practice what you learn quite naturally without even noticing. See, and that's where the principle, that's where they tell you that thing comes from. Familiarity breeds contempt. We take things for granted because we're like, "Pff, what's the point of it anyway?" That's why we take it for granted because, like, what's the point of it anyway? See, when you start to just revel in the beauty that is, you'll see the point of it. And when you see the point of it, you say, I see you. I see you. That's the point. As simple as it is. You see how unhurried and how unbothered that is? Which tells us what? See, here's another thing we take for granted. Success. Why do we take success for granted? Because we're trying to obtain it. And when we don't obtain what we think success is, how do we get? Dejected, upset. That's how we begin to feel. When in actuality, if you would pay attention, you are always successful. At every turn, good, bad, or indifferent, you are always successful. You successfully bring about things in your life every day, good, bad, or indifferent. See? But we take success for granted because we think success means, oh my God, I live on the hill and I get to look down at all the peasants. Oh, yes. I've got so much money in the bank. We think that's what success is. But truthfully, if we would observe that successfully, we start and we accomplish, we learn and we practice. That is success right there. After all, you couldn't do it if you didn't learn it. So successfully, you learned something and applied it. You see what I mean by we take it for granted? Mm. And sometimes we treat it with such disdain. Oh, I should be successful. Look at how old I am. I should be further ahead. See what we do? Instead, perhaps if we looked at it a different way. Oh, look, I'm 50. That's how long I've been walking on this planet. Yeah. I wonder what new thing I will learn and apply today. Hmm? And it's funny how perspective is everything. When we are alive and we hit 50, we go, oh my God, I'm so old. Let me tell you something, Linda. I will pluck out a gray hair if I find it, okay? Especially if I can reach it, I will pluck it. I will. There's no shame in that. And we say, oh my God, I'm so old. But let you die at 50. What does everybody say? Oh my God, they were so young. You see? What's the point of it anyway? Why complain about your age? Oh, but Angela, my hips, my knees, my back. That's what happens when you turn 50. Is it? You see, if we take the time, because remember, as within, so without. If we take the time to be excited about life, Angela, there is nothing to be excited about in life. Have you seen the state of the world? Well, I'm certainly not blind and neither am I deaf. So, yes, I can see and hear. But here's something that we also take for granted because we just look at the surface. Here's something. It is 8 billion or more individuals. What? Individuals that bring about a collective reality. So, if as an individual you walk around like Eeyore, ho hum, you do that as an individual. How many other individuals are doing the exact same thing as you? Well, then, as a collective, that's what we'll be doing. But if, as an individual, you say, ooh, your eyes popped open this morning, you say, ooh, I'm alive, I'm ready to go. What am I going to learn today? What fun am I going to have today? Am I going to have to holler at somebody? Am I going to have to cuss somebody out? Ooh, girl, let's have a great day. Now, if that is the attitude, well, as within, so without, and you are just excited to be, and I'm not talking about an unnatural excitement. You know how we try and be. People say, oh, you got to be positive all the time. No, you don't, because you cannot be. There is an ebb and there is a flow. Some days you'll be happy. Some days you'll be pissed off. Some days you'll be like, meh. The key is to just flow through each stage. Why? Because you know there's an ebb and a flow. You won't remain there. You're just passing through, right? So what's the point of it anyway? The point of it is just to be. And as you are busy being and doing, you will begin to see such beautiful changes and transformations in your life. Why? Because you're not busy. Ugh, I got to do this again. Oh my God. I feel like Groundhog Day. Hmm. That's the excitement. We do have a Groundhog Day. You get up and you know the same thing's going to happen. You're going to live and you're going to learn and you're going to apply. See? Groundhog Day. So, how do you change it to not be a Groundhog Day, even though it is? Is to get up and determine what you will live like, learn, and what you will apply deliberately. Because the first type of Groundhog Day is just going through the motions and doing what everybody else is doing. But the deliberate Groundhog Day is to get up and determine deliberately what you will do. Because you know you're gonna have to get up and do it again tomorrow. So why not choose what to do? Well, that's the point of it. Anyhow, I love you. Who's kicking it with us today? Oh, Michael, darling. Big Mike is in the house. I called your name last week, stranger. I sure did. K-Frame, hello. I see you in these YouTube streets. And for the rest of you who've not made yourselves known, I see you. I do. It's Symmetric. Hey, girl. She's in the Twitter sphere today with us. Fanbase, who is kicking it with us today? Ray Ray, Moon, my sweet KZ, Oracle Treehouse. Oh, and the other Michael. Hey. So today, I trust. Listen, when I go to work, we've had so many claims. Oh my God. Because of the rain, right? Windows leaking, roofs leaking. Man, let me tell you, basement, we've had claims coming out the wazoo. And I was sitting at my desk. Now, I am in my element. Oh, because I sit there and I'm like, okay, how much more focused, how much more organized can I get to streamline this process, Angela? Because there's a lot to learn. And so I'm like, ooh, how can I streamline this process? How can I make myself faster but more efficient and thorough in this situation? Show it to me. Oh, yeah. Listen, it is awesome. Because let me tell you, sometimes then there's a lull in things, shamelessly, I fall asleep at my desk. Oh my God, hope my boss isn't listening. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, because like really, like I don't put my head down or anything. You know how you nod, you nod off. Yeah, that's your girl. If it gets a little dry, you know. And so I realized, because I was asking myself, what's the point of it anyway? I was like, well, how streamlined can I get? And because I asked myself that question, I became alert. Why? Naturally, I didn't force alertness on myself. I didn't say, oh, I gotta take my eyes open. I didn't say that. Like it shocked me, but it didn't. Because it's cause and effect, right? I asked myself, how can I be more streamlined? How can I be more focused? How can I just get this down to a science that if I teach it to somebody, they could do it with their eyes shut too? And like that, I became more alert. Why? Because I set myself to look for something. And you seek what you'll find what you're seeking. And so that's what caused me to become alert. So you see, that's what I keep telling you about. Work, 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 work. Yeah, we have to work, but how are you going to do it? Because I'm there for a long day. It's 8 hours. Lord, have mercy. I don't know who thought of that, but they should be cattle prodded. Like really? Because I want to get myself in a position where I can get that down to like maybe 5 hours. Because that's my personality. But when you're working, how can you streamline it? And you know what people say? People say, uh, especially if you're in corporate, that if you really show your skill, they'll take advantage of you. Now, I want you to pay attention to where that is coming from. What frame of mind, as within, so without, do you have to be in that you would shortchange yourself in becoming so efficient? You think you're just becoming efficient there? No, that's just your training ground. You become efficient everywhere else. You're only there for 8 hours. But you go somewhere else and you do other things, and now you become efficient there too. So it's not that, oh, if you become so efficient, they're going to take advantage of you and exploit you. Look at where that is coming from. Oh, you are afraid of being exploited? Let me break it down this way for you. You exploit others. We cannot help it because it is cause and effect. Now, how you exploit them is the difference. Do you exploit them from a place, remember, as within, so without? Oh, I gotta squeeze every drop out of you. Do you exploit them like that? Or do you say, well, as within, so without, cause and effect, how I treat you is how I'll be treated. So let me always make sure that I use the principle of rhythm. I will give and I will take always in balance. That's a different place. That's a different place. So you don't fear your boss because you're not working for your boss. Oh, how did we get here? I'm pulling a Deborah Cox this morning. How did you get here? You know what? Yes. What is the point of it anyway? Just live and see how you can mold and shape yourself into something beautiful. That's the point. Yeah? Anywho, don't let me keep you because I gotta get ready. I gotta feed my chickens. My girl is still sitting on that egg. Oh, yes, she is. And a little bit. Let me tell you something, Linda. Lil Bit had me fooled for a long time. It's been 2 years, and he's had me fooled for a long time. He didn't fool me. I just presumed that he couldn't go in a straight line. He could just go in circles. You know what? All you gotta do is give this feller a reason to go in a straight line. How do I know? Lady is in the corner, sitting on that egg. I went over there to pet her the other day to tell her how good she's doing. Little bit? Oh, girl, let me tell you something, Linda. Little bit made a noise. And I blinked and he was pecking at me. And I was like, dude, you were way over on the other side of the room. How did you get over here in the blink of an eye to peck me because I'm touching your girl? Hmm. He came in a straight line. Straight line. And here I was thinking, oh, poor little Pookie, he can't go in a straight line. Listen, he just did not have the right inspiration. What do you think the inspiration is? Oh. His girl is the inspiration. Oh. That's that little bit for you. And so now I try and I say to him, you can sit next to her, but you can't go and bother her and try to get on her because you could break the egg. And he gets mad. Because that's his girl. Ugh, Lord have mercy. But anywho, I just observed. And I was like, wow, I stand corrected a little bit. You got a lot more pep to you than I thought. Oh, he does. So what did I learn from that? I learned that with the right inspiration, you can do anything. The inspiration did not come from outside because I put his food there all the time. And I put his food right in front of him so he doesn't have to hop around and try to get to it or spill it. No, all I had to do was give him access to the girl. So you see, the inspiration came from within him. Inspire, inside, yes, in spirit. Yeah. It didn't matter what I did to coerce him. We do not move by way of coercion. We think we do, but we do not. We move because we are inspired to move. Something moves you on the inside and then you act. See how seamlessly that is? As within, so without. You are moved within, you act on the outside. And let me tell you something, Linda. Every time you say, I'm not in the mood, you see how we miss it? It is always the mood that will make you act. So when you say, I'm just not in the mood, what happens? You don't act. It is always the mood that you are in that makes you act, and you will only act according to the mood. You see the things we say that we don't pay attention to because what's the point anyway? Look, y'all, have a great day. Enjoy the beauty that is. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything in the chat on fan base. The chat is like a desert town. Tumbleweeds blowing through the chat. And I'm okay with that. So I trust that you will enjoy the beautiful day and that you will see your existence in a new light. You know what it is to hear somebody say, oh my God, why am I living anyway? What? Whoa. Yeah, I hear that more often than not. It is amazing what people say. But yet, when faced with their own mortality, what's the first thing they say is, I want to live. You see, because that is what you truly want. You just can't see how. But I'm telling you how. Decide what you want to become. And then begin to experience in imagination what you would be doing in reality if you were living the life you wanted to live. You see the way it makes you feel? The way you make me feel. Yeah. That's how you know you got the right one. Don't make me do it. And not the right one, baby. Uh-huh. Oh, Lord help me. I know y'all must think I'm nuts with these nuts. Anyway, I love you guys. I do. Just test it for yourself. I can only tell you so much. But Angela, wouldn't that be the fact that you planted a suggestion and that now that's confirmation bias? Yeah, it's called as within, so without. It is called the principle of correspondence. And I can give you suggestions all day long. But unless you are in the mood, you will not take a suggestion. Hello? Anywho, I love you. And I will see you tomorrow because tomorrow is Friday. Oh, yes, it is. And you know what we're going to do on Friday? Work, and then we're going to party while we're working. Hello? Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I always say it's the crack of dawn. But you see, I had a really good friend named Dawn. And every time I would say, ugh, see at the crack of dawn, she goes, what? You're going to see my crack? And I'm like, ugh. Every time she would say it. I'm like, you know what? You think you got jokes, but it stuck with me. So every time I say, see you at the crack of dawn, I giggle because I remember her and her crack. But anyway, uh, have a good day, y'all. Even if you don't think I'm funny, I think I'm funny. And I laugh at my own jokes. I benefit from my jokes. Laughter within, I will get something funny to laugh about on the outside. Ow. See how that works? And so what's the point of it anyway? Peace out, babies. Peace out. See you tomorrow. Mwah.